Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submission from Apex Arms. In the submission, they said, I've only been playing since December 2023, so I only have 7 double move Pokemon so far. My original focus was on raids and legendaries, but I'm focusing much more on GBL lately. I have a pool of 104 Pokemon with good PvP but only so many are currently meta relevant. These are my very first sets of the season. So thank you for the submission. So I'm going to basically do what I've been doing for all these submissions, is go over the team, my thoughts on the team, and then go over the battles, and then provide any feedback I could see in the battles. So Mantine, Cresselia, Registeel. The first thing I was like, okay, fairly balanced team from the perspective of like Registeel is going to be weak to ground and fighting. Mantine will deal with ground and fighting. Mantine's going to be weak to electric, but you don't really have an answer, like a pure electric thing. But the first thing that I was like looking at was like Steels is going to be interesting, because what happens in a scenario where you're like in a matchup against a pure steel like Registeel that has Zap Cannon? Because you have Water Pulse, which is like, if you're going to use this team, Water Pulse is a must, because you need a second, because Cresselia can't hit Steel at all. Grass Knot Future Sight. Sorry, Grass Knot is not a legacy move. Grass Knot is a legacy move on other Pokemon. Oh no, Grass Knot is a legacy move. Sorry, never mind. And then Aerial Ace. Yeah, sorry. Grass Knot Future Sight cannot hit on Steels, so that's why you have the Water Pulse, because you need something there. And then Focus Blast on the Regi. So we'll see how it plays out. I think Crest or Registeel can act as safe swaps, quite honestly, with this team, so we'll see it. Poliwrath is obviously a very good lead. So they are a Mudshot Poliwrath and not getting out. So this will be interesting to see how dominant this is. Not quite enough to take it out. I'm guessing they have an Icy Wind. If they're running Mudshot, they may even have Ice Punch, quite honestly. Yeah. Which means that they're not going to be a good battler, or no like basic stuff. Like if you don't have the basic move sets, okay, let's go back to that fast move timing there. If you don't have like the basic move sets on a Pokemon when PvPoke is so easily available, like you're not a good battler, right? You should be using optimal move sets here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, full. Okay, so wing attack. The issue that I'm seeing with again, I'm not perfect on it. I don't do it in my games constantly, but I obviously know how to do it. But the thing that I'm seeing consistently out of these videos with people is the inability to fast move time properly. So seriously, I should like link my fast move optimization video in the description, because every single time I go in one of these videos, I have to go over fast move optimization. So Incinerate is a 5-turn move, and Wing Attack is a 2-turn move. So if you want to minimize the amount of energy gain they get, you essentially need to throw out 1 before the 5. So it's easy if it's just like on 0 and you have a move, because it's 2 Wing Attacks, 2 plus 2 is 4, and then throw an Aerial Ace or Water Pulse. So that would minimize there. Where it gets tricky is if like you can't optimize on the next one, right? Because on the next one, let's see, 8, no, 14, 15. Yeah, it'd be 14 and 15. So 7 Wing Attacks to their 3 Incinerates. So that way they would be, you are 14, they're 15. Which, depending on how much energy you have and the state of the game, like it's very tough to get to that. So you don't need to go like 2 and 7 is not the only thing that you could like throw on to, like they're the best for the optimization, but they're not like the only things that you can throw on. Like worst case scenario, you can throw on like a 4. So you do 4 Wing Attacks, that's 8. They do 2 Incinerates, that's 10. You only give up 2 energy. That's okay. What you can't do is what you just did. And you threw 5, because 5 times 2 is 10, and they did 2 Incinerates. 5 times 2 is 10, which means the second that you go for the charge move and you're both at 10, they're going to get a full Incinerate through. So they just got 5 energy worth of Incinerate through, and that is a lot of energy to give up. So just focus on the timing with that. So if you just did 3 there, yeah, being taken out, that's fine. You have to come Cress. I would just go Grass Knot. Yeah. Going Grass Knot is fine. Just because it's low enough that it's probably going to take it out. So you can live anything with Crest, but you can shield. They've already shielded, so you can shield back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you go again, so you went Future Sight, you went Grass Knot before, and I get Grass is double resisted, right? Because it is a fire and it's a fire and a dragon. So Grass is double resisted. But any Pokemon that is that low is probably going to go down to a resisted move. And let me just actually look it up, how much a resisted Cresselia does on a Turtonator with Grass Knot. No shields, please. A Grass Knot does 14 damage. It is double resisted, so 12.5%. So as long as this red is below 12.5%, which you just gotta use your best judgment. I think it is. You could take it out with that, but I get that it's double resisted, so you just maybe scared that it's gonna not be taken out. So, but they shield again. But yeah, Grass Knot from this range, like that's at like 5% health, if not less. So you can just go Grass Knot to take this out from this range. In fact, you're maybe just Psycho Cut down. Like that's how low it was. So Grass Knot here because they are nope. They are typings. Rock is weak to grass, and ground is weak to grass. So Rhyperior is double weak to grass. So a Grass Knot pretty much is going to one-shot our Rhyperior. So double super effective Grass Knot is the way to go here as opposed to a neutral Future Sight. So it doesn't quite take it out. And this will be a super, you don't even need to push the bubbles. This will just one-shot for sure. Okay, Mantine against Gligar. Good matchup on your end just because they may try and catch. Okay. Good matchup on your end because Gligar can only do... First, these are literally were the first game, so I can't, but like... Dig into a flyer is a decision to be made. Okay. So going Water Pulse, it is super effective. They shield, that's fine. I would just go straight. I would have gone Water Pulse again. Just because you already grabbed one shield, just like grab the second one or take it out. Is this a single move Pokemon? Why are they throwing digs? Okay. So go Water Pulse. This is a channel to help. This is a channel to help. This is a channel to help. Okay. Water Pulse is super effective against ground. You've got both their shields. Take it out. So Wing Attack here. And then just go down and then come in Cress. Yeah. Oh, that's a 1391 Toxstroke. That's why it did so much damage. Grass Knot from this range is fine because it's neutral. Yeah, and again, not that this matchup's in any sort of danger, but like when they're down to 0 shields and you had the move before, just throw it before just to take them out so you don't have to take that damage unnecessarily. Carbink in the back. Okay, Grass is super effective against rock. I mean, we've established that you do not know that. That's okay. Future Sight is actually a hard-hitting move, so it's not like, oh, this is a 1335 Carbink at that. But you're going to see here how much a Grass Knot does compared to a Future Sight. I think it's probably going to be close to even, but like slightly more damage on the super effective move and less energy. So Grass Knot's the way to go. Get hit with the Moonblast, that's fine. Just come and focus. No, there's absolutely no point to come in there. Okay. In a scenario where you're against not a crap opponent, what you just essentially did was let your opponent get one more fast move on you for no reason. So they just got one fast move worth of energy for no reason. Like Mantine can't do anything here. So you just need to come in, Registeel right away, and do that. And in fact, you probably want to save the Mantine in case you want to try and catch something later. So yeah, can't do that. Mantine against Machoke. Obviously, this is a great matchup. Underpowered Machoke at that. Again, early in the season. I probably let it go. I assume it's like Cross Chop or something. Brick Break, that's fine. If they're staying in here... Okay. We're just going to fast forward this one. Because a 400... I know this is the first week. Maybe because you were like so underpowered. Like so new that you're getting some newer folks too. My goodness, where's my 400 CP Machamps? Okay, Suicune, underpowered again. Try to catch, get hit with an extra drill. So Grass Knot is neutral, Future Sight is resisted. Okay, first thing you're gonna do is go get a typing chart here, because Steel resists Future Sight, Psychic, and then you have Steel also resists Grass, but Ground is super effective against Grass. So that makes Grass Knot neutral. So the correct move is Grass Knot. So go get a typing chart and learn your typings. Learn what is super effective against stuff. Learn what is resisted against stuff. Because I don't care what team you use. If you don't understand the basics of that, you're not going to do well. And you've shown all 3 games so far that I've covered that you don't know your typings, which is fine. Like, again, I still get confused on some typings as well, and I've done like 70,000 battles. So just you need to put in some work on that before we even get... So like typings is the first thing you want to do. Fast move optimization is the next thing you want to do. The team build itself is like not the worst. Again, you have like 3 bulky Pokemon, which provide you ability to like jump around. Crest and Registeel can both act as safe swaps. So you've got sort of a balanced team approach anyway. So yeah, so far out of these battles, that is what you need to do. There's no point of catching that. Just throw the Air Lace. One thing that I just seen in this battle that you're doing way too much is jumping around unnecessarily. And that's another thing, if you watch my channel for a while, what I've talked about is there's sort of... Okay, let me see what you do here. First of all, is it underpowered? No, this is a... Okay, well, we're just going to skip forward through that because you just got screwed out of this matchup. Okay. Okay. What I was saying about the jumping around thing. There's only... Again, I go over this in every one of my sort of like viewer submitted things about how to win battles. There's 3 things that win GBL. Switch advantage, shield advantage, energy advantage. So when you're in a good matchup with Mantine, first of all, you want that because you got alignment there. But like jumping out of that matchup into a different Pokemon, just in general, the only way you jump out is if you're like hard counter. So that Carbink, I probably jump into either Crest or Registeel, quite honestly. Sort of like to see if your phone didn't mess up there, but basically those are the matchups that I'm jumping out of. Like Rock doing super effective against Mantine. You have Cresselia with Grass Knot, which is super effective. You have Registeel with Focus Blast out as a Steel will resist all the charge moves. Both connect as safe swaps. That's when you jump out. You don't need to jump out in all these other matchups. It's just, in fact, you don't want to get switch locked into a bad matchup. So don't jump out as much. So this is a good lead. Again, you just went the 1 over. I think you just went 1 over to let them get to the move. Because if you just threw Water Pulse on 7, they wouldn't have got that extra Incinerate on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you threw it right away, you see how that Water Pulse went up? That means you did 8 moves, which means that's 16. 8 times 2 is 16, which means they got a full extra 1 through. So this will be a flyer, Brave Bird. So yeah, you can shield this one up. Wing attack down. Keep switch. Let's see what it is. Hypno. Again, the only rate 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 wing attacks. Not 2, not 4. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is what you throw on for fast move optimization of a 2 versus 4. So number 1, go get a typing chat. Go get a typing. You should also yeah, I guess this is fine. Nope. Grass knot is neutral. Future stage resisted. Okay. So number 1, 2, and 3. Go learn your typings. Because you don't know your typings. Fine. We've established that. When you learn your typings, go study them again. Because that is essentially your biggest problem is your typings. You don't know what that's super effective. You don't know what's resisted. You do it, and that's actually showing in some of your like moves here. After that, when you think you got your typings down, go watch my fast move optimization video. Do they just like not? Do they have any shields left? No, they don't. Okay, I was like, why would you not shield the Zap Cannon? Okay. Go watch my fast moves optimization video. After that, what I would actually do, like you should be staying in this matchup. Don't go anywhere because your backline's like really bad against this. And just going aerial ace is fine. And there's a 2 versus 2 fast move, so you can't do anything about timing. So just throw, yeah, again, it doesn't matter about timing. The only thing is not to do is throw on CMP here. That's fine. Just stay in here, throw a move. You could take another one. Counter's resisted, wing attack's neutral, so just stay in here. Okay. After your typings and after your fast move optimization, what you're going to do is you're going to go to PV Poke and test your... you just caught a super effective Night Slash on a Psychic, FYI here. So what you're going to do is go to PV Poke, and you are going to run some sims. You can look like Psychic is double resisted on the dark here. So Grass Knot is the right move. So like this, the whole matchup, everything you could have done wrong with Crest, you've done wrong. So after you learn typings and after you learn fast move optimization, go to PV Poke and honestly go to the battle section and just pick a Pokemon and run a battle against like a random Pokemon. And then what I would do is like play it out in my head, and maybe that won't work because sometimes they bait on PV Poke. Maybe go like shields down. If you go to 0 shields, they'll show you like what is the correct move to throw first. Because you just need to learn like Focus Blast immediately here. Oh, nice catch on the Raichu. You just need to learn your matchups. Like that's the biggest thing you seem to be struggling with. Sniping with this aerial ace is actually a pretty good move. And now just get to the aerial ace or just get to a Focus Blast. Shield up the crunch and get to a Focus Blast to take this out. Yeah, you just need to practice like the different matchups just to like figure out like what is the optimal move to throw. And again, it's so normal for me, but see, that one was 7. That one when you threw Water Pulse right away was 7, so they did not get the full extra Incinerate through. Even if it's a fly, you can live this. Flame Charge is resisted, that's fine. I might shield up the next one though. This is one I think is worth shielding. Yep. Two wing attacks here. The only, not that it's a problem going down, but now you have to come Crest. because they're ramped up twice. You have to get to a future sight, and you're still probably going to have to take a move here. And that's not the right one, because Grass Knot is double resisted on the flying and the fire. Yeah, so just go study your typings. You know what? Fast move optimization. Okay, December 2023 is just like 6 months ago. You have very limited Pokemon, so you probably don't have a lot of experience. So don't even worry about the fast move time. Fast move timing is something that you do need to master eventually. You're nowhere close to that. What you need to do is understand the typings and then understand the matchups. And this is why I said go to like PV Poke and run like simulations, because with the shields down, because they will show you like the optimal move to run. You don't even like, you're not even at the point, quite honestly, that I would talk about like when you need to use shields or not shields, because you don't even know the basics of like typings to understand that. So learn the typing basics, then go and run some sims on like different matchups, so you can like try and figure out which matchups you do stuff in. Like this I can see a problem, right? You got to throw Water Pulse and then double super effective trying to catch on Cress. That's fine. Flash Cannon, not even. That's unfortunate for you. And then yeah, just run sims to just like do like matchups. Like you got into Cress here. This is why this thing's going to kill you, because if had Zap Cannon, you had to get out. I guess coming in here to just do Future Sights Resisted is the best move, because then you'd be behind on energy with your own Registeel. So like, I guess theoretically this is the best Pokemon you have for this. But it's still like a loss, because everything's resisted. And now again, you got out into like, if they have Focus Blast, they just catch on Altaria. Wow. So if you have Focus Blast here, you would be behind it. They would be able to like outpace you to that with a shield advantage quite easily. Please don't tell me they caught that and then shielded. My good. The thing is, I know that they reset your ELO from the previous season. I guarantee you that you are still playing people at your level pre here. Because when I hit Legend like 16 out of 16 times straight or whatever it was, like I was seeing multiple Legends in the first multiple sets, and they were all like running like meta stuff. Whereas this season was my first time I hadn't hit Legend in 16, 17 seasons. And for the most part, I'm not playing against people who are like just like dominant like Legends are. Like I can tell the drop off. So I feel like even though they reset your ELO, there's something behind the system that still aligns you with like people who are like in your ELO range from the previous seasons. I'm almost positive. And again, like the first like few days, everyone's kind of playing just to like do it again. I'm wondering how many are bots. Honestly, some of these underpowered ones, I guarantee you are bots, because there's no way that that you'd have all these people playing immediately with underpowered Pokemon. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm almost positive there's a certain amount of bots here. Anyways, this is the last battle. Getting the Wing Attack off is good for neutral chip here. Power Whip is also going to hit pretty hard. You try to catch again, but again, you're catching into a Pokemon that has nothing to throw here. Psychic is resisted, Grass Knot's resisted, Future Sight's resisted. They get out into this matchup when they just had a dominant matchup. Future Sight is the right move here. They're going to have Shadow Ball or Bone maybe. Can you get to another one before they do? Yeah. So you'll able flip switch or grab a shield. If you grab a shield, just let it go. Just let it go and come in Mantine. No, you're just going to get outpaced, so you're going to lose anyways. Oh, okay. Banking the move. Not banking the move, banking the Pokemon and sniping. Okay. Not the worst. But you're still going to go down here. You're still down shields. Crest is still useless against this. Like, Registeel at least resists the Power Whip, so I would come Reggie with the Focus Blast. And that's a Mud Boy in the back, so this game's over. Focus Blast will hurt. But if they have an Earthquake, your only potential win con is if the Earthquake does not one-shot. Okay, Earthquake will one-shot that. And then you throw the resistant move. Okay. Well, I'm glad this is the last battle because I can only say go learn your typing so many times here. Yeah, go learn your typings. That's what you need to know. Go learn your typings. Go learn your typings, sim a bunch of battles, understand the different matchups, understand which Pokemons do resisted, neutral, super effective, and do it for like 150 Pokemon. That's the only way you're going to learn. Because getting into battle, like you're clearly not learning enough just by battling to get there. You need to put in behind the scenes work to get to where you need to be. But thank you for the submission. I hope that was not too harsh. But I assume when people submit to me and are like viewers on this channel, it's because they want to learn. So, yeah, this will be a very, very, very good learning experience. Yeah, my titles are all like, trainer needs to learn fast move optimization. Trainer needs to learn typing. Trainer needs to do this. So, lots of learning. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.